Let me take you back to a time in my life where everything was falling apart. I was broke. I was broken. I was sleeping on a friend's couch, eating once a day, and clinging to hope like it was the only thing keeping me from drowning. I remember staring at the ceiling one night and asking, why isn't it happening for me? I've got dreams. I've got talent. I'm trying my best. But then it hit me like a punch in the chest. I wasn't living like success was part of me. I was chasing it like it was a miracle I was waiting for. That night I realized something that changed my life forever. Success is not something you wait for. It's not something you hope finds you. Success is a habit, not a goal. Too many people treat success like a destination on a GPS. Like if you drive long enough, make enough right turns, you'll finally arrive. But that's not how it works. You don't arrive at success, you live it. You build it, you repeat it. Daily, you don't just decide to be successful once. You decide every day. Every morning your feet hit the ground, you make a choice to be someone who acts, who commits, who grinds. That's the truth right there. Success ain't about a goal you cross off. It's about the life you create by showing up with consistency, passion, and grit. You ever see someone who just keeps winning no matter what? You think, man, they're lucky, but let me break it to you straight. They ain't lucky, they're consistent. They've built habits that align with their vision. They didn't just set a goal. They built the habits to sustain it. Talent might open the door, but habits keep you in the room. I know folks who dream big, $1,000,000 ideas, world-changing plans, but they've got $5 work ethic. They wait for motivation to show up, and when it doesn't, they stall. Listen to me closely. Motivation is a spark, but habit is the fire that keeps you warm. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your habits. I remember a man I knew who wanted to be a top real estate agent. Everyone around him told him he couldn't do it. He didn't have the background, didn't have the connections, but every morning, without fail, he woke up at 5 a.m. He studied markets. He knocked on doors. He followed up on every single lead, even the ones that seemed hopeless. For 2 years, nobody noticed. 2 years, but in year 3, things changed. Suddenly, his phone started ringing. Deals started closing. Today, he's one of the top in his region, not because he got lucky, but because his habits turned him into a magnet for success. See, people want results, but they don't want repetition. They want greatness, but they don't want the grind. But let me tell you something. You don't become excellent by accident. You don't stumble into success. You build it brick by brick with habits that are boring, hard, and unsexy. Habits like waking up early, reading when you're tired, showing up when no one claps, giving your best when it doesn't seem to matter. And here's the kicker. It's not what you do once that changes your life. It's what you do daily. Let that sink in. Daily. That's the secret nobody wants to hear. They want a shortcut. They want the highlight reel, but success lives in the repetition. It lives in the routines. It lives in the choices you make when nobody's watching. I knew another guy who wanted to lose weight, said he was tired of feeling sick, tired of being ashamed in his own body. So what did he do? He didn't go on a crash diet. He didn't join some extreme boot camp. He started walking just 30 minutes a day, rain, snow, heat. He walked. Then he changed how he ate, not overnight, slowly, a little better each week. A year later, he'd lost over 80 pounds. And you know what he said. It wasn't the gym, it wasn't the food, it was the habit. Once I created the habit, the weight took care of itself. That's what I want you to understand. It's not about doing extraordinary things once. It's about doing ordinary things consistently until they produce extraordinary results. You brush your teeth every day, right? Not because it's exciting, but because it's necessary. Why don't we treat success the same way? Every goal you set is just a mirror reflecting your habits. Want to make more money? Build the habit of financial discipline. Want stronger relationships? Build the habit of communication and presence. Want a better body? Build the habit of movement and fuel. You want to change your life? Change what you do every day. It's not rocket science, it's habit science. The reason most people fail is not because they aim too high. It's because they think success is a moment, not a mindset. They set a goal, fail once, and quit. But if success is a habit, then failure isn't final. It's just part of the process. You miss a workout, get back on track tomorrow. You mess up on your diet, don't throw in the towel. Get back up. You had a bad day, cool, don't make it a bad week. Keep moving. The difference between the successful and the stuck is not that the successful never fall, it's that they keep getting up. They keep the habit alive even when the feelings are dead. You don't need to feel good to do good. You need to decide that your future matters more than your mood. I get emotional when I talk about this because I've lived it. I've been at the bottom, I've had nothing. I've had doors slammed in my face, laughed at, told I wasn't good enough. But every single time I fell, I got back up because I had one thing, discipline, and that discipline became habit. And that habit built my success. Some of y'all are praying for a breakthrough, but God is waiting for you to build the habits that will make room for that blessing. You want a harvest, but you ain't planted anything consistently. Let me say it plain. You can't expect to reap what you haven't been sowing daily. You see, we live in a world of instant gratification. People want microwave success, but success is a slow cooker. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes consistency, and it takes habits that are stronger than your excuses. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to stop looking at success like a mountaintop and start seeing it as a path. A path made up of steps you take every day. You don't need to climb Everest in one leap. Just take one good step, then another, then another. Before you know it, your habits have carried you to heights you never thought you could reach. Start small, pick one thing, wake up 10 minutes earlier, read one page a day, save $5 a week. Speak one kind word a day. It doesn't have to be huge. It just has to be consistent. Stack those habits. Build on them, and one day you'll look back and realize that you didn't just chase success, you became it. I want you to see your future self, the one that wins, the one that walks in purpose, the one that lives with joy, peace, strength. That version of you, they're built by the habits you create today. You can't fake it. You can't skip it. You've got to build it. One disciplined day at a time, and I know it's not easy. I know there will be days you want to quit. But let me ask you, what's the alternative? Going back to living a life that doesn't fulfill you, giving up on your potential, that pain you feel from pushing through, that's growth. That's the sound of your future breaking through the chains of your past. So don't just set goals, set standards. Don't just write a vision. Create habits that make that vision inevitable. Don't just talk about who you want to be, act like you already are. Wake up, show up, rise up. And do it again and again and again. Because success is not a wish. It's not a goal. It's not a prize. Success is a habit. And when you live it daily, you'll wake up one day and realize you didn't just chase success. You became the kind of person it chases. Now go build those habits. Your future is counting on you. So let me leave you with this. Your life is not shaped by the moments you wish for. It's shaped by the moments you show up. It's not the dream that defines you, it's the discipline. It's not the goal on your vision board, it's the grind in your daily habits. You've got to stop waiting for a breakthrough and start becoming the kind of person who lives in one. Because when you make success your habit, when you wake up and act like it's already yours, everything starts to shift. You can't afford to treat your dream like a hobby. You can't afford to show up when it's convenient. You want to rise above average, then do what average people refuse to do. Show up when it's hard, be consistent when it's boring, push when nobody's clapping. You keep stacking those daily wins, tiny ones, quiet ones, and one day they'll shout louder than any goal you ever wrote down. You may not see the results today. You may feel tired, defeated, unnoticed, but if your habits are right, your time is coming. Keep watering the seeds, keep feeding your spirit, keep sharpening your mind, because success doesn't happen to you. It grows through you, and once it becomes who you are, no setback, no failure, no delay can take it away. The world doesn't need more people with potential. It needs more people with persistence. People who don't just talk big but walk steady. People who don't just start fast but finish strong. You want to change your life. Don't just wish for it, work for it. Don't just speak it, live it. Let every day be a reflection of the future you want. Because in the end, success won't be the destination you reach. It'll be the habit that got you there. It'll be in your walk, your talk, your actions, your mindset. And when that becomes your lifestyle, there's no limit to what you can build. So decide right here, right now, that success isn't something you're chasing. It's something you are, and once that truth gets in your bones, you'll never go back, because you've built the habit, and the habit will build your legacy.